So yeah, so yeah, and it's Aries for me. So it's like, when I'm on this camera, I have to think, and I have to figure out how to like structure all this stuff to be able to like explain and give the experience of the goal of what I have to do to be able to get back to being an ESFP. But, left to my own devices, I'm not. If I had everything solved, I would not be thinking. Like, you know, there wouldn't be anything to think about. So, I would just be able to just experience and go do stuff finally. You know, I wouldn't have to make a group. I could just go from one person to the next like an ESFP does and just kind of, flows through life, just being able to like, say stuff and it work, you know, and do stuff and just be able to, live life. And that's kind of, if I put everything on hold and just do me, that's pretty much what I'm doing. Except it's in the 12th house, so it's like behind the scenes. It's, me when I'm going on a walk, me when I'm, well, going on a walk is still kind of the third house, but, when you don't see me, when there's nothing else around to distract me, to give me something to have to think about, which is why I said like, the first house is like, it's being put on you to have to do that. Which I also want to say your first house is the 4-letter core type. Like, you might be wondering like, okay, is the first house just TI? Is it just integral thinking? But yeah, it's, the first house would be INTP because that's what the rest of it's based out of. Because if you didn't have that, then, how would you even dissect like where one type begins and one ends? So have that framework. Yeah, it's the first. So I think that's pretty much it for this at this moment. I have some other concepts I want to talk about. Like there's this ripple effect idea, and how money is actually the utilization of energy and not actually just energy. Things like that I wrote down. Um, how money, like money is energy, and how that kind of irks me, and how it's really like this whole manifestation thing. Not saying it's bad, but I'm just saying the aspect of money. Like you have a container, and you have what's contained, and to say it is energy is money's you using energy. Like it's the energy put together to fulfill the purpose of what money gives you. I understand the concept of like looking at like money is energy in terms of like you should really be looking at the energy behind what you value. But it's confusing, I think, to say that money itself is energy because it's really just it's a motivating factor based on a structure that's been created to facilitate the people to use the energy, which means it's a lower grade of energy. It's not pure just energy. So, that being said, I'm going to go more into that later. Yeah. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you learn something. I really hope you get to use it in your life, and